Want to make sure you order a great bottle when you're out in a restaurant? This clip is from our Chicago episode, where I chat with sommelier Kelly Palmer, and we go over 7 tips how to order wine. Here we go. All right, so if I'm a guest and I'm coming in here, and I get this book, which is beautiful, it's like 50 plus pages, but where do I start as far as navigating? What are the tips we can give guests to kind of make sure they get a wine they're gonna like?
Tell your server that you would like to speak to the somm.
That's why you're here.
That's my entire job. And don't be intimidated. We're not here to make you feel silly or to try and push something on you. We want you to get something that you really like.
Yeah, and that's a big, I think, misconception. A lot of people think, oh, the somm just wants to upsell me.
No, just tell me what you normally drink.
So my big thing is I'm always like, don't try and be too complicated. You don't have to say, oh, I want a really tannic, high acid, this, and get into wine descriptors. People will get in the weeds on that and say contradicting things. Just tell people, I think, what you normally drink.
Say it's Burgundy, okay? Burgundies tend to be really expensive, especially in a restaurant. Tell me what you want to spend.
Yeah.
So I'll try to figure out what style of wine you like and the price range you want to be in.
And then when you want to tell a somm how much you want to spend, let's say I'm with work colleagues or I'm with a date and I don't want to say a number. Is there like a subtle way to do that?
For sure. I'll just pull you aside and we just kind of go through the list together.
Yeah.
And you just point to what you
exactly.
want
And that's what I tell people too. Like if you have a list in front of you, be like, oh, I was thinking something, similar to this, and point to something that's in your price range.
Don't point to the name of the wine, point to the price of the wine.
My other don't that sometimes people do, they'll be like, oh, give me a good bottle of Barolo, and then they won't open the list.
Yeah.
Well, just know if you do that, especially depending on the restaurant, they might only have one Barolo, and it might be $300. And then they get the bill, and they're like totally surprised, and they think the somm ripped them off.
That's not what anybody wants, and especially Gibson's. One of our main things is not upsell.
Yeah.
We undersell at every opportunity.
Yeah, undersell and over-deliver. Yep. I think a big thing is telling the somm, do I want exactly what I'm asking for, or am I open to try like something off the beaten path that's similar?
All right, so you want like a Pinot Noir or Nebbiolo, you want to spend $100. It's gonna be a good wine. Is it gonna be a great wine? Maybe not. But I could take you to, say, Sicily and get you an Etna Rosso, which is Nerello Mescalese, and people don't really know about it. And it's kind of the Burgundy of Sicily. And you get a lot of those same flavors and those same characteristics. And it's a great wine, and it's not nearly as expensive as Burgundy or Barbaresco or Barolo.
What is the etiquette on tasting? If you're like, oh, can I have a taste of this or that?
If it's by the glass, I'll bring you as many tastes as you want.
Okay.
It's Gibson's. I'll find the time. We'll do this all night.
Sure.
Sure.
Well, that's very kind. So I'll be the bad guy and say, try not to go like Baskin Robbins. like I just do like 10 of them. I usually try, if I'm asking for a taste, I'll ask for a taste of 2 wines, and I'll do it at the same trip, so the somm only has to make 1 trip.
Yeah.
And I'm picking between those 2 wines.
Yeah.
We landed on the bottle, somm brings it over, presents it. Let's go over kind of what is the etiquette there.
So I'm gonna bring it over. I'm gonna tell you where it's from, Chateau Palmer. It's from Margaux, which is in Bordeaux. I'm gonna tell you the vintage.
And why are you doing all this?
And we want to make sure that there aren't any mistakes before I open it. I want you to know exactly what this is.
But just make sure it's what you ordered.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's miscommunication, because once you open it,
somebody's paying for it.
Yeah. Either the restaurant's paying for it or you're paying for it. Somebody's open it.
Yeah.
You're gonna pour a taste. Mm-hmm. Now, what is the taste for?
The taste is to see if the wine is flawed.
Because a lot of people do think the taste is to see if they like the wine, and then people will send back the wine if they don't like it.
Yes.
I think most places will take back a bottle of wine if you don't like it, but that's not really what the taste is for.
Right.
Final piece of advice when you're ordering from a restaurant somm.
Don't take it too seriously.
Yeah, just have
a good time.
All right, well, I guess we have to get ready. We have service in what, like 2 hours?
Yep.
All right, let's do it. It was 4 p.m., and you could sense the dinner rush looming in the air. If you haven't seen our full Chicago episode yet, head on over and check it out. I spend more time with Kelly going through the day in the life of a sommelier. I talk about how to buy wine in a store, prohibition, and we go to some amazing Chicago restaurants. Click on the left to watch.